all 535 members of fucking Congress can fucking agree on is to ban TikTok. That's it. That's the only thing. I heard him talking about raising the minimum wage. Can't fucking agree on that. Heard about talking about trying to keep prescription drug prices low for people. Nope, can't agree on that. I heard him talking about the border. Can't agree. Can't even agree where the fucking border is. But when it comes to banning TikTok, line up, buddies. Bring that fucking Instagram and Microsoft money down here. Line it up here in our lobby. Oh, let me eat it up. I'm going to protect your privacy by banning TikTok. Don't you watch Risa Tisa? Don't you learn how to cook pasta right way? Don't you find out more about the history of this great nation? Don't you notice that this Congress, 250 years after the First Continental Congress convened in Philadelphia, has done less than any Congress in the history of this goddamn nation? No, the only thing, this gaggle of 535 of the richest, most powerful, welfare queens being paid on a government dime can agree on is that I can't watch fucking tiki-talkies. Suck my...
Here we go again. He was doing way more than this, but God continues to use me to get kids in order. It's my ministry.
Here we go. Y'all already know what I'm about to do.
I was gonna get his butt in line, and that's on the grease from Church's chicken. I was just waiting on that. Lock.
Stop running around now. Move your ass and be over there with your mother now. I said, I got a problem too. Get over there and stay over there. I'll beat your ass.
Do not follow me if you're not with all of this.
So, 3 months ago, I changed my phone plan from Verizon to whoever I got now. And they sent me a bill in the mail. Let's start off with what I had on the phone plan. I had 2 iPhones and 2 Apple Watches. The Apple Watches, I thought were paid off, but let's give them the benefit of the doubt, $200. My phone, there was $600, and there was a free phone. So, let's say I broke a contract, $1,000. Okay. Let's just give them a... Let's just be nice and say $5,000, okay? It is humanely insane to say maybe even $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000, okay? Let me read this to you. Hi, 04/06/2024. In approximately 10 days from the date of this notice, we will attempt to debit your credit or debit cards referred below for all or part of your Verizon bill, like I'm paying any of this. Under the terms of our backup payment agreement, if you prefer to avoid this action, you may make a same-day payment or pay in full. Sorry. You may make a same-day payment paying in full. If you prefer to avoid this, pay in full. Anyway, the balance due as of this date. Get ready. Balance due as of this date. $439,092,988. And then they have the audacity to, at the bottom, they put, hello, yeah, this is Verizon. Thank you for choosing Verizon Wireless. Like, you gotta be the ass, right? Like, oh shit, what is that? You dumbass! I am nor in the right clothes, the right fucking vehicle, the right tax bracket. Like, did someone go on my account and order 500 of everything? And just, how do I even talk about this? I want to talk to the person who sent me this. I'm gonna walk into Verizon and be like, hey, I have a bill for $500 million fucking dollars, and they're gonna put me in cuffs. I want to call them on my new phone number, and they're gonna like, there's gonna be cops at my house. Hey, yeah, we found your address. You're $500 million fucking dollars in debt. Like, well, it was nice knowing y'all. I'm changing my identity. My new gender is Apotheosis. My new name's Daryl. I'm moving to East Bumblefuck. I have a new social already. Like, I'm. Adios, amigos. Like, I don't even speak English no more. No.
Let me see. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me see your mouth. Nope, stop. Oh my God. You're covered in them. You poor baby. Damn it, Milo. I'm too broke for this, dude. I am poor. And you are the reason I am poor. You are.
Keep it up, please keep it up.
I will.
Good, keep it up.
Respect is earned and deserved.
Yep, and you haven't given none.
Go now, go back to
Respect is earned.
And when are you gonna give some, sir? When?
I'm sick and tired of
I've
you.
been in this car for 50 fucking minutes. When have you respected me as a passenger? When? I got in here, I asked you, can you turn your music down? You turned the fucking shit up even more.
like this.
Nobody should have to ask you that.
You feel so entitled.
Yes, I feel entitled because I'm a passenger.
You're a passenger, but this is.
And this
it's
is
my
your
car.
job.
It's not my job.
It's your job.
It's my car.
Be
I
fucking
I can kick you
professional.
out of the car anytime I want to.
Guess what?
I don't work for anybody.
Then you do whatever the fuck you need to do.
I don't work for anybody. I work for myself.
Okay. Keep on,
You know,
keep
I
on,
can
keep
kick you
on.
out of. It's my car.
Okay.
Please, she's no worse. Don't be quarreling with her, please. Just go. Go
You
like this.
black
Take
Americans, you
the
feel
next,
so entitled. Over what?
the next right.
Lazy ass motherfuckers.
Ooh, yes, yep.
Go get some job. You like to live on welfare. My tax money is taking care of you equally if you don't know that. Fool.
Keep it up.
Bullshit.
Yep.
If you're dealing with other persons, don't fuck that shit with me. I'll kick your ass. I need to kick you
I'm
too,
like this.
physically.
The first right.
My God. You're crazy.
The first right here.
See, I'm on the phone. I'm following the GPS. And that's what the GPS is telling me to do.
And I asked you why you on the phone to make a left turn.
I am following
If
the
you
GPS.
wasn't,
And I was
so
right.
what? The
I was
GPS
right.
is wrong sometimes. That's why I'm up and paying attention so I can tell you which way to go.
If you have different issues, I'm not responsible for it. If you have issues, I'm not responsible for it.
But please, no. You pick a patient from the hospital. All this is not right. Please. Right down where there's construction, you make a right at that parking lot.
The same place is bringing me to. This one was even longer.
This is
No,
not.
this is one way. You cannot leave here.
Shut up, Keisha.
Enter here. It's one way. You go the other way, you cannot enter here. There's no road. Right here. Right here.
What's a coincidence that you think about a lot?
That in December, on my birthday, 4 detectives showed up to my boat and they took my car. They told me that last July, when I bought the car, I had actually purchased a stolen vehicle. Even though it had a clean Carfax report, CHP did a VIN check on it that also came back clean. I had it insured, I had a pink slip in my name, and they took the car. But they said, don't worry, just file a theft by deception claim with your insurance company because you got frauded. So I did that, and State Farm didn't cover my claim. On a technicality. So then, I hired a lawyer, and she was like, this is an insurance bad faith claim, no doubt. You're good to go. Your car is gonna be covered. But then it wasn't. So here I am, still out like 25, 30 grand, and I still owe my mom $6,000 from the car that I no longer have. I sold my previous car to buy this one, and there was still $6,000 left over that she lent me to buy the car. I got the news from the lawyer like 3 days ago, so I decided that instead of just having no car and no money, I would make stickers and merch and cute things to sell and hopefully raise a little bit of money to get my car. And then I thought, I bet I could buy the car back. It's sitting in an impound lot somewhere. It's a stolen vehicle. They auction those off as salvage title vehicles all the time. So I reached out to the detective and I was like, hey, can I buy this car back? And he's like, well, here's the thing. We just gave it back to CarMax to sell again at full MSRP with a reconstituted title. It's not even going to show as stolen. So you mean CarMax, who got an insurance payout last year? Because you see, what ended up happening is a guy went into a CarMax store last March, bought a car with a stolen identity, took the car. Then the guy with the stolen identity didn't figure out his identity was stolen for like 6 months, made the claim. Here we are today. So CarMax, insurance takes care of all that, like a year ago. The guy whose identity was stolen, insurance claim, figured out. But me, I still got nothing. And yet somehow, CarMax is allowed to resell the car at full MSRP with no theft on the Carfax and no claim, no nothing. This person can go into the CarMax facility and just buy the car without knowing the history. Something seems fishy there. So anyway, I'm selling merch over here. It's called Stickers for a Sticky Situation. Trying to raise money for a down payment on a car. Or maybe to go back into CarMax and buy the same car again. See if they'll give me a discount on buying it twice, you know? I don't know. But anyway, once I reach the goal of getting enough money for down payment on a car, all the proceeds go to helping other people in sticky situations.
What's a coincidence that you think about a lot? I'll go first. I think a lot about how the United States constantly cuts funding to rural schools, then coincidentally also pushes things like a very heavy religious and nationalist narrative in those areas, and at the same time has an incredibly strong military recruiting presence in those areas as well. What a weird coincidence.
From?
Yeah, I'm from West Africa.
Oh shit.
From Guinea, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy, ball. Yeah, by God and power, you know? Respect.
How long has your journey been so far?
Oh, though. Nothing to say. That's fucked up, though.
How'd you get to Mexico?
Oh, yeah, so... let me drink a lot of water fresh after that, so we can talk, okay?
You want some water?
Yeah.
We got some, brother. We got some. How long ago did you leave Guinea?
It's been a 2 week. I live in Guinea. Guinea. After Guinea, so Senegal, Dakar. To take to the plane to go Istanbul, 28 hours to escort. Then Istanbul to Bogota, San Salvador, Nicaragua. So you pick up the car to go to the borderline to Nicaragua and Honduras. You know, then you go to immigration Honduras just to take one paper. You know, then take a bus, Honduras, Guatemala. Mexico, the cop is Mexico is fucked up though.
The cops?
Yeah, my bro, damn.
Like the Mexican border patrol?
Mexican boy, Joe, I spending $5,000.
They extorted you?
Yeah, though. The guy is take me my watch, my heart, in my airport, you know, because I don't have the money, man, you know, in my pocket. I use my car, my bank, my car bank, you know.
So you finally made it to Mexico, and then what happened?
They finally Mexico, we take one bus to go Chapachula. Chapachula is too far. Then, Chapachula, we take one bus again to continue Arriaga. Arriaga again, we take a taxi, the yellow car. Yellow car, then bike, horse, to the tricycles bike. After that, Shujitan. Then after Hushitan, Mexico City. Mexico City, we go to the bus station to buy a ticket. Right, we take a bus again. 1,070 miles.
From bus in Mexico City.
Exactly, yeah. 2,070 miles.
And you ended up near here.
2 days in the bus. You know, then when you arrive there, so I make it 2 days because
Really, nigga?
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, what the hell?
Bring it on, bring it on.
Brother,
Listen, listen. Shake your body. 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 Your body. Your body. Shake your body. Shake your body.
Okay, my name is Tupac Shakur, and I attend Tamalpais High School, and I'm 17 years old.
Okay. Do you like being 17?
It's like 17 is such a weird age. It's such a in the middle age. You're not 18 yet, and you're older than 16. So. But I like it. It's nice. It's like a learning stage for me.
Do you wish you could be 18 and when you get some more rights?
Well, 18 will bring lots of responsibilities that I don't want, but it'll bring respect that I feel like that's the only way I can get it. You know, I try to be as mature as I can be and demand it wherever I can get it. But 18 is like, you're an adult. You like today when I had to sign the release form, I felt so bad because I couldn't sign it myself. I had to go and get my mother's and all that. But 18 it's just society's way of saying that you're ready. But 17, like I think I'm ready now, as ready as I'm gonna be in this world. But so it's okay. I guess 17 is all right.
Right. Well, how do you think you're most like your mom?
I'm most like my mom because I'm arrogant. Totally arrogant. I agree. I have to say it. Like at work, I can't hold a job. I just quit my job today, actually, because I wanted to come and do this. And they wouldn't let me. And I felt like it was important, and it was more important than serving pizza. And we had enough people, so I felt like since I'm an actor, they should understand. They should have let me do it, but they didn't. And then I had a cold, so they were making me work in a freezer. And I'm really not one to be disrespected, and I felt like that was disrespectful because I asked to go, you know. So I quit, and he told me I couldn't quit. And that even made me hyper. I'm arrogant, so when he told me I couldn't quit and we had all these customers, I chose that time to jump on a soapbox, grab my leather jacket, light a cigarette in front of him, smoke, and leave in the middle of a rush. So that was natural. That's arrogance at the top. That's I think I'm most like my mother, and she likes it. She'll see it in me and know it. And we clash a lot because I'm arrogant, she's arrogant, and you should see us when we get in our little attitude moods.
Yep, this is the one.
Yeah, it's right over here. You have yourself.
my glove!
Will's trying to take it and borrow it.
Get out!
I want to ask Terrell Owens, Chad Ochocinco Johnson, and Shannon Sharp a few clarifying questions. So let me get this right. Black girls called you ugly? So do you want me to believe that the white girls called you handsome? The black girls called you ugly. So you want me to believe that the white girls called you handsome? If the black girls called you ugly, I'm damn sure the white girls didn't call you handsome. Because guess who taught the black girls that dark skin was ugly? The white girls taught them that. So if the black girls called you ugly, I can only imagine what the white girls called you. So stop making excuses for your bunny hopping and just admit you hate yourself, and that's why you're dating and marrying outside the race.
Like, who is the girl next door? That's why she's next door. I don't want to know her. I have no desire to be that. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what anyone thinks.
Oh my God, what would people think if I wore this? Because that's usually what people will do. You know, they're like, oh my God, I want to wear that, but what will people think? Put that outfit on, because that outfit is the one that you should wear. Because if you're thinking about it, just do it.
You just feel so happy. Looking beautiful, and also you're expressing yourself, and you just feel so special if you're dressed up. You know, I don't dress up every day, so when I do, I really enjoy it.
Dressing for me is a manifestation of knowing the self.
You must dress for you and not for style, not for what Vogue magazine says.
Just take a risk. Just put it on. You know, it's never going to be that bad. You can take it off and then put it on again.
How much did you smoke today?
Nothing.
Why does your car smell like cannabis?
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. I'm trying to talk to you.
It doesn't matter.
You're sitting here in the
I'm just trying to tell you, I'm sitting here waiting for somebody to pull up so I could get some gas, and that's it. That's all I'm sitting here for.
Okay, well...
That's it. You don't have to ask me like, oh, you have cannabis, you have I don't have nothing. You can check my car.
Can I talk to you a second
I don't
here?
have nothing.
What's your name?
My name is Mia.
Mia, so the reason why I'm asking you, okay?
Because I'm sitting right here, right?
Can I finish my conversation with you?
Come on.
The reason why I'm asking you, okay, is yes, you're sitting in the middle of the roadway and you're blocking traffic, okay, but you're also slumped at the wheel, like you're asleep completely.
No, I'm just sitting here. I'm waiting. I'm tired. It's early in the morning. I just got off work. I'm tired.
Okay, where do you work at? And where are you headed to?
Home. I'm tired as fuck.
Where do you live at?
Off Hobo. I told you that already.
Okay. Do you know what street you're on right now?
No, I don't know what street I'm on right now.
Okay, which
Summit.
one?
Summit. One in Manuka.
Okay, so why would you be up this way? Like
because
this
is my best friend's house. I just told you that. I came to drop her off.
Okay, you didn't tell me that you're dropping her off.
It doesn't matter. I don't have to tell you that. That's none of your business. I'm just letting you know this is my best friend's house.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, I ran out of gas. It's not a problem. I'm waiting for somebody to bring me some gas, and that's it.
What time did you get off at?
3.
Okay. And what time did you drop her off at?
I don't know. I don't keep tabs on that. I just came to drop her off.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. I'm trying to have a conversation
with... we don't have to have a conversation. I don't talk to the police. Whatever is needed, is needed. But it's all the extra stuff, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
I don't have to ask.
The reason why I'm asking you, okay, is because you're slumped at the wheel here. You got heavily bloodshot, glassy eyes, and you were slurring your speech.
Okay.
You normally slur your speech?
That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on her. Yes,
okay.
I'm tired.
Okay.
I just got off work. Yes, I'm slumped over the wheel. Yes, I'm tired. I'm tired as fuck, actually. I just got off work.
Okay, so why can't we have a conversation about what's going on?
Why do we have to have a conversation about what's going on? If I'm letting you know what's going on.
How much did you have to smoke today? How much did you have to smoke today?
Nothing.
You didn't smoke anything?
I don't smoke.
Why does you say your car smell like cannabis then?
It don't matter. I don't smoke.
Okay, did you take any prescription medications?
No.
Okay. You want to do some tests so I can make sure you're safe to continue
No,
on driving?
I don't take none of that.
If the woman refuses to do a field sobriety test and prove that she is safe to continue operating a motor vehicle, the officers will have no choice but to take her in.
Is there a reason for that?
No, I just don't take none of that. Is there a reason why you doing all this?
Yes, because I want to...
Over some gas?
So the other thing that we're running into is that you do have a strong smell of marijuana. Okay, I'm gonna run this out.
Wait, why are you recording, Ugly?
I'm not smoking. I'm not intoxicated. I'm not under the influence.
That's fine, but because of that, we're going to search the car.
That's fine.
You got any weapons in the purse?
No.
In the purse, anything like that? You care if we take a look? Just... Any weapons or anything there?
No, I don't have no weapons.
Take a little bit of weed here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all? Just a little bit of weed?
You said what?
Just a little bit of weed. Okay. I'm gonna hold on to this, all right?
Okay. I'm 24.
These? They have alcohol in them.
Listen,
We didn't even.
smell my breath. I don't drink.
We haven't
I'm about
even-
to say I don't drink. So you can toss them. If I would walk in a line, I would do whatever. I don't drink alcohol.
We're all being cool here, but
no,
I'm just
that's
showing
fine.
You just can't be
what I'm
driving
gonna
around
do with that.
You know what I mean?
No, I didn't even know that was sitting in there.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I'm gonna give you a warning, and then same with you. Warning for the week. I know everyone wants to do it. Not legal yet, unless you have a medical card and all of that. So taking it should be enough of a lesson. So we're just gonna give you a warning as well.
Thank you.
And for you, I don't got no warrants. Do I? I don't got no warrants.
Hey, if you got one, don't pop up our thing.
Oh, good.
All right, I'm sorry.
Good. Watch this. Look. Bro.
Today, we're going to be analysing out drinkers. Out drinkers grew up using their parents' iPad as a babysitter, so now they think everything needs to entertain them. And by extension, their caffeinated beverage needs to taste like something that doesn't challenge them. Ordering their out drink prevents these helpless adult children from waking up to smell the black coffee with no sugar. Out drinkers think they're creative by default. They see themselves as disruptors who challenge the status quo, even though they haven't done anything, other than challenge the status of the baristas, wear fast fashion cardigans, or complain that their spirit animal has intergenerational trauma. Being in a space with out drinkers makes you feel like you're surrounded by talented artists on the cusp of something great. But when you get a bit closer, you realise they're actually on the verge of their own personal Greek tragedy. Their leap card has insufficient funds and they had to ring their dad to book a taxi home from the wine and cheese tasting event in the communist bookstore. Out drinkers believe in selective morality. They're ethical enough to order a coffee that wasn't made with the juice of cows, but value convenience too much to stop themselves from stealing the medication that was meant for the horses. They say when someone wants an out flat white and nobody's around to be impressed by them, they'll just order regular milk. Therefore, plant-based drinks are predominantly used for effect, a fashion accessory to be held in the hand of the maximized self. Historically, oats were used by rich people, but due to the widespread sowing of our oats in our cultural landscape, oat drinks are now being enjoyed by people who are middle-class millennial broke, such as creative directors, or people who think they have creative direction but keep getting in everyone's way, like assistant producers. Now that everyone thinks they're artistic, oat drinks have become saturated. It's as if overnight oats have been stripped of their social meaning and turned into a porridge full of flaxseed, elder gooseberries, and superiority complex.
Don't move your fucking hands. Need one of your hands. Come out with your hands up. Come on out. You got him, Joe? That's clear. Yeah, that's clear. Get up. What the fuck you ran there for? Get up. Tell you, sit down. Secondary. Oh, what you got? Knock him down. You fucking reach for nothing. You understand me? You didn't want to run back in the room? Yeah. What the fuck you running for, man? No, nothing. He's over there. Just woke up. Well, here, hold on. Hold him down. Hold him down. Just hold him. Don't stand on there. There's too much shit on bed. Stand right there. Don't move. Got one. Go. I already got him, cuz. You got it? Yeah, you can. Clear. Cool. You got him, cuz? Yeah. All right. Hold him. Just hold him. You coming out? Shoes on you? Shoes on? All right, nothing. Hey, what do you want? Too late. Hey, don't let him go far with my cup. You can walk, huh? You can walk? You can't walk.
Well, I done got my 2 wheels license officially. I got that motherfucker on 2 wheels.
Tennessee State University has been stripped of their entire board of trustees. It is the only public black college in the state. They are being made an example of what happens when we take our reparations. So let's talk about it. There's Tennessee State University, a black college, and then there's the University of Tennessee, a white college. And both of them are the only public universities in the state. But while the white college was founded in 1794, they didn't enroll their first black student until 1961. Because for most of Tennessee's history, there was no public university blacks could attend, the state legislature founded what would become Tennessee State University in 1912. Well, just like in every state across the South, the public black university was funded far less than the public white university. That's why even before Tennessee State University was founded, the federal government had already intervened and passed the 1890 Land Grant Act. And the purpose of this act was to force states to fund black colleges appropriately by matching federal funds. But guess what? Every southern state has been out of compliance and has underfunded black colleges. You better put on your seatbelts. Because State Representative Harold Love determined that Tennessee State University had been underfunded by $544 million between 1987 and 2020. We ain't even going back to 1912. Then the federal government put out a report saying, actually y'all were underfunded by $2.1 billion. White people got nervous. So in 2022, the state legislature dished out $250 million and had to go towards the school's infrastructure. It seemed like a good start, but when you take something from your oppressor, it always comes with strings attached. Less than 2 years later, that same state legislature is now saying that Tennessee State University doesn't have the capacity, the know-how, the will to manage their money. And because it is a public university, the state has the power to remove their entire board of trustees. In other words, white politicians are taking over a black college. Yeah, the South is sending a signal to us. They said if you even take a fraction of what is owed to you,
it will come with a cost.
Negative, ma'am.
You smell that?
No.
It's coming from in there?
Look like.
Marijuana?
Oh my god, in from in here?
I smell it, I don't know where it's coming from.
Oh yeah, probably. Or maybe from the other side. Maybe she barricaded it with something else.
Pamela, just wait.
How you doing, ma'am? Are you all right? Okay. 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 Ma'am. Okay. You can't lock her out. She's the rightful owner. She doesn't. Okay. Ma'am. Okay.
Can you tell her to put her camera down? I'm on the phone with the cops.
Okay.
It's a cop, sir, ma'am. Are you up to
No, I'm at the sheriff's office.
Okay. So do you have an eviction notice or something?
No, in the office we do.
Can you tell her not to call?
Negative, we gain access to your apartment right now. She plans to be on the phone with y'all. The management.
And I didn't need to see her.
Okay.
She stole my laptop for, see that stuff in that closet? That's her work, that stuff right next to each other to the left? That's her work from home. Can you see it?
Okay.
So my friend's coming to pick me up right now.
Okay.
Can you wait? You want to wait until I leave?
Yeah, I'm going to wait until you leave.
Okay, that's good, that's fine. But she can put her camera down. She doesn't need to see me.
Okay.
Thank you. Keep it going. I don't want her to record me. Is that okay?
No. She has right to record you.
No, but she wanted to put me in the house and I was paying her $7 a month for having this camera up and she wasn't living here.
Okay.
I have a police report for one of her male roommates that was here.
Okay.
So I already have a domestic dispute
Okay.
because of her.
But the management is here, okay, and they're saying.
Management has nothing to do with me. Like when they cut the cord on the washer and dryer and I reported that, they said they couldn't do nothing about it because my name's not on the lease. So her and management I'm not responsible for management. I deal with the cops, but you wanted an eviction notice. You could have did that instead.
Okay.
I wasn't locking her out. I was locking those hostile men out that came out here at midnight last night.
Okay, let's move
Who
on.
was the man you sent over here last night?
Tell her what you have to tell
Who
her.
was the man you sent over here last night? And said it was a girl. She has
Ma'am, I don't know you. I don't need to talk to you, but you need to come on out so she can come back in her apartment.
Yeah.
You need to leave. Let's go.
Yeah.
She didn't get an eviction, so I really don't have to leave. I'm leaving on my own accord.
No.
But professionally, legally, this woman.
When Bob Marley died, they discovered 11 kinds of lice in his dreads, 7 of which were indigenous to his head alone. Just saying. Yeah, you know why? Because Bob Marley was a white man. The seed is determined by the father. And this Bob Marley father. I know you thought you ate with that one, but Bob Marley didn't have our hair type. He had y'all hair type, which is why the lice was found. And oh, by the way, when it comes to black people hair, head lice struggles to grip onto the coils. In other words, even the texture of our hair deters lice. Not so in y'all's case. I don't want to show the picture because it's disgusting. And that's why black people make the distinction between locks and dreads. Your hair is dreadful as it houses all of this nasty shit. Our hair locks up beautifully as it does not. You smell like mangoes and coconut. Yours smell like matted dog and wolf fur. We're not the same. Just saying.
Wanted to walk y'all through our cute little guest cottages real quick this morning.
Your eyes do not deceive you. Those are what you think they are.
I am walking through them now for our guests who arrive for this weekend. The White Magnolia wedding venue is over here, and we have guests coming in this weekend for their rehearsal dinner, wedding, and brunch.
I told y'all folks get married at plantations and y'all thought I was kidding.
You walk in, this is your view. Everybody's always like, oh my gosh, they are so much bigger than they look, and they are. They are so cute and cozy. We have the fridges and the microwaves, the coffee pots, little seating area, heaters. We have one queen bed downstairs. You go in here, you have your bathroom and little getting ready area. And then in the next section, you have your clawfoot bathtubs, shower and toilet and towel area. They are just so cute.
That they done gentrified the slave houses. I hope the spirits make sure you never find peace.
Attention, America!
They worked with us to make this happen. And what this is, and I want everybody to see it clearly, federal policy drives illegal immigrant crime and victimization. And that's the focus, other than our victims of human trafficking. Listen, folks, I want to introduce you to Andres Gill, okay? Here's this guy. He's also on this board, but get a look at him for a second. He came down here from New York with 3 females. All of them are in the country illegally. Did you hear what I said? They're all here illegally. He's the one that comes with them to drive them. These ladies are all controlled by a human trafficker. We think their human trafficker is a female. She sets up their appointments, she puts their ads online, she tells them where to go. And by the way, on Friday, the victims of human trafficking, and we've grayed them out, 3 of them that are here illegally from Venezuela, 3 of them have to pay her $3,000 a piece on Friday, or else they're threatened. So they're not free. They're really indentured, and they're quote unquote paying off their debt. Now here's what they told us, all right? I'm sure the federal government will verify that this is not true, but you decide who you want to believe, whether you want to believe these victims of human trafficking or the whitewash the federal authorities give you. They said that when they came into the country illegally, DHS gave them a form, an ID, paperwork that allows them to fly for free. You know, Southwest would let your bags fly free. Well, the federal government will let your illegal immigrants fly free. And they operate out of New York. And they were working up there, and the New York authorities said, hey, if you don't have identification, you can't work in our sex trade up here. You know, we don't allow sex trade here at all, but New York will allow you to do some stuff if you've got the proper authority. So they say they make a lot of money. They're addicted to it. These ladies are going to give you more details. They tell us that they fly to major metro centers for free on the federal government, where they set up their appointments for sex all around the country. Did you hear what I said? Listen, folks, if they don't pay $3,000 a piece on Friday, they're in trouble. The human trafficker sets up the deal. Hey, this deal is just outside of Tampa. They say they show this ID, this card, this paper, they fly for free down here. Then they fly back. But we heard a similar theme from all 21 of these folks. We can't work legally. We're addicted to this cash. It's a lot of cash and it's quick, so we have to give $3,000 a week. We get to keep everything above that. We have a crisis at the border. And because of the crisis at the border, we have people that are victimizing illegal folks, forcing them into the sex trade because we allow these criminals in the country illegally. We all rail about this and nobody pays any attention. And then we want to politic everything. Oh, we had a good piece of legislation that limited the average to only 5,000 illegals a day in the country, and then we can shut it off. Well, if you can shut it off at 5,000 people illegally coming in this country a day, you can shut it off at no people illegally coming in this country a day. But the politicians are politicking while the victims are being victimized.
Federal policy drives illegal immigrant crime and victimization.
Did you hear what I said?
I mean, us black people, we already thought and knew. We don't think nothing. We knew that y'all brought, you know what I'm saying, illegal drugs, cocaine and all that, doing with the DEA and the federal government. Y'all making shows now about that. We already knew that, right? And y'all covered it up, threw it all in our systems. We got crackheads to this day, destroyed the black homes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did this. But to human trafficking, the audacity, the federal government. Did y'all hear what this just said? Now, I know this is a long video, but did y'all hear what this man just said? And he had to throw up the whistleblower. That's what the sheriff is doing. He's a whistleblower. Because somebody had leaked it to the federal government because he wanted to keep it on the low, but he had to tell it because, shoot, the federal government already trying to cover it up. So it's us to the people. We have to believe and know that they're doing wrong and want to change this, because if we don't sit here and don't say nothing and allow this stuff to continue happening, y'all, the federal government, they're going to continue to thrive and continue to make money and continue to corrupt and, do whatever they do, continue to take our money, you know what I'm saying, and leave us high and dry. That's what's going to happen, people. Y'all need to wake up what's going on and what was just now said. Wake up what the federal government is doing. This is the sheriff telling on white people, telling on white people. That's what's going on. And listen, I'm going to stand back and watch them tell on each other and start jotting it down. Oh, they doing this. Oh, they doing that. They doing that. And they doing this. Because at the end of the day, man, y'all wrong.
Sorry, man. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I respect you, dude.
Do you have the money or not? Just
Yes,
be honest. Just be honest.
do. Dead ass, I do.
Listen, I can't give you a fist bump, bro. I gotta make sure you pay. It's $400. Listen.
No, he's not cursing me out, man.
Listen, I don't know who you're talking to, but what I want to tell you is you could not leave this building without paying this
That's
$400.
fair, and I get that. I work
right?
the same
I can't do that.
done.
I get it. You just let's make this easy. Pay this shit and leave. As simple as that. You don't matter who you call, you cannot leave this place, bro. You can't, bro. Straight up.
Check this out. Story time. Pay attention now. All right. One of my customers hit me up, said she wants some shoes done. I said, all right, cool. Who sent you the price list? You know what I'm saying? We chopped it up. She said, oh, it's kind of high. You like, but my cousin sells shoes. He got shoes. Can I bring my own? I said, of course. You can bring me a pair of shoes. So I got them, John. I never looked in the box or nothing. Got them to the table, put them on the table, picked them just out the box. I said, oh, they're light. I called her back. I said, hey, baby. Then these just used. Now you see they used, so they use her. I said, hey, look, baby, them junks right here ain't it. She was like, what you mean? I'm like, nah, these junks ain't it. I said, man, these ain't real. I said, I just want to let you know I can still customize them, but I don't want to put a guarantee on my work on how long they gonna last, because you know what I'm saying, they ain't real. She was like, man, I got you some real fours. My cousin got all the real fours. I'm like, you didn't do the squeeze test? She said, what's the squeeze test? I said, this. I said, baby, these ain't it. They all like my baby juice bottle. These motherfuckers, bruh, you can't do forces like that. Like these, Jack, can't straight out the store. You can't, I don't give a fuck, you use two hands. You can't squeeze no forces. These hoes, I said, go over your cousin's house and squeeze a pair, goddamn, because I bet them motherfucking fold.
The more I grow, the more I see everything I need is free. You see, we got some leaves right here. Every year this time, this tree right here, it drop all the leaves. It do it twice a year. So this is gonna be compost, man. I'm gonna use this for soil for the plants. This is free soil. All right, bomb. So now you see all these leaves, all this is carbon. So when it comes to composting and when it comes to good soil for the plant, all you need is carbon, which is like anything that dry up and turn brown like this. It could be wood, dead leaves like this. You need carbon. You need nitrogen, which would be like fresh grass clippings or like fruits and vegetable scraps. Like half carbon, half nitrogen. We got some compost going. This about to be ready in a little bit. So I'm just gonna actually save these for later. I'm gonna gather some more fruits and vegetable scraps and some grass clippings. Here go an example of some nitrogen right here. We got some banana peels, some avocados that went bad. We're gonna dump them right here. And now look, these little cherry tomatoes, we dropping them because they went old. And I just cover it up with the compost and it go to breaking down and everything just turn into soil. Look, I wanted to show you this. Check this out. Because we've been dropping them little cherry tomatoes. Check this. Some tomato plants just been springing out of the compost and I'll be grabbing them and transplanting them. Look at here. There goes some free tomato plants coming in, man. Like I say, man, everything we need is free for real. First up, bless us up.
That's why I always want you to sleep, because your brain doesn't function well when you're awake.
Huh? They're finished. Stop.
Finished where? While these others we are fighting to lose weight. You're making us now to.
What are you doing?
But you should stop stealing from yourself. Let this biltong head, Father God, I pray this biltong head be softened. She doesn't listen, this one. I'll tell God, she doesn't listen.
They're finished.
They are not finished. Don't start being stingy. You start to be stingy with oxygen. Don't breathe harder. It's not for this everyone. It's got you start to be stingy. What's those big overlayers that you have in your head? These things you got on top of your head, they suck the Holy Spirit. They are like airwaves, like tower lights. That's why your brain doesn't think. Think! You're a child, a young girl, like God, like the bum bum bum. Bantu notes. Do you know the origin of Bantu? These are radio waves. Over 1 2 1 2 over. Start stealing from yourself, chips.
Stop.
This man, Ronald Reagan, directly ruined your life. Once upon a time, a bunch of rich people sat in a room. One of them said, damn, I hate paying taxes. Another one said, bro, me too. They said, you know what we need to do, right? We need to hire somebody to convince poor people to pay more taxes while we pay less taxes. They said, that'll never work. Someone said, wait a second, I might know a guy. But you see, at this time, Ronald Reagan was a General Electric spokesperson. He was really good at convincing poor people to do whatever the rich company General Electric wanted. But before that, he was a Democrat, an activist, very anti-racism, all for workers' rights. They said, hey, bro, we need to hire you for the opposite side. He said, you think I'm a... They said, here's a bag. He said, when do I start? You see, he took this job because his acting career was failing. So he said, hey, I'm pretty good at this. So he ran for governor of California. He won. Remember, his only jobs at this point were acting and convincing poor people to do what rich people want. And rich people loved him. He was the perfect storm. They called him the great communicator. One of his exact words were, send those welfare bums back to work. They said, Reggie! He said, but you like how I said that? No, they said, he could do no wrong. So it's only natural he becomes president of the United States. He says, okay, as my first act, I'm going to take the rich people's taxes from 70%. Yeah, fun fact, people like Elon Musk paid 70% in taxes. He said, I'm going to take it from 70% to about 28%. Everybody said, whoa, that sounds kind of low. He said, no, listen, y'all not hearing me though. He said, here's the plan. They're going to be super rich
And then they're going to want to spend more money on their companies. So then they're going to hire people like you. But people back then weren't dumb. They were like, what? He's like, but we're going to also stop those welfare black people from taking your money too. Even though white people took most of the welfare money. They're like, well, I don't like black people that much. Okay, you're keep going. So he steps up the charm. He goes, y'all know me. Just see what happens when I deregulate businesses and let them do what they want. It's gonna benefit you in the long run. Well, he lied, but listen closely. They were in a recession at the time. But what economists know is that after a recession, usually is a time of mini prosperity, then back to recession. It cycles. So he knew that the economy was gonna go back up because that's the natural cycle. So when the economy starts going back up, he's like, see, I told you. They were like, well, he was right. But in the long run, this happens. Basically, as the economy goes up, everybody starts getting paid more. But from when he became president, everybody started getting paid the same while the economy went way up. What does that mean? Well, the money had to go somewhere, right? And it all went to the rich people. Yeah, right up until 1980, laws were protecting you a lot more than you think. After hundreds of years of Theodore Roosevelt and Franklin Roosevelt battling, making sure workers have rights, he in one swoop demolishes it and flips it 180. And he was the only person skilled enough to convince poor people that they need to pay more money while rich people pay less. They need to not have workers' rights, and rich people can control their rights. And to this day, Reagan's policies still stick. In fact, Donald Trump just copied Ronald Reagan. Yeah, make America great again. That was Ronald Reagan's campaign slogan. He just took it.
Now, how do you view black-white relations? Do you think that there is still and will forever be a black-white divide?
No. It's only kept alive because it's useful. When it stops being useful, they'll get rid of it.
Useful to whom?
To white people. They need it.
Well, that is attributing a kind of a willful intent.
Of course it's willful. It's irrational. Everybody knows it doesn't make any sense. But they hang on to this totally unscientific, mythological, metaphorical notion of division that is wasteful. It costs a lot. It diminishes the people who feel that way, and it hurts the people who don't feel that way. When they don't need it, as in wartime, they get rid of it. When they don't need it economically, they get rid of it. But if you need it in order to solve some political problem, or to justify a land grab, or you need workers who are dependent upon you, and you can convince them that, $2 an hour, $5 an hour is enough, then you use it. It has powerful utilitarian purposes.
But you are saying then that whites have a willful, malicious intent as far as... I think this is a naive question.
It's a naive question.
So it's there. I mean, this malice is there. That's why I ask you, do you think it's eradicable?
Well, it'll take some generations. But let me tell you, you cannot enslave people or kill races of people, whole races in a continent. You cannot do that as a human being unless you have persuaded yourself that A, they're not people, or their lives are not worthy, or that you have a mission to do that. No human being can do that. You cannot do it unless you believe it is better for those people to be dead. If you can get in an airplane in Brazil and fly around and shoot Indians for sport, now, you have to persuade yourself that they are sport. Now, I don't know if that's malice or psychosis, but it exists. And the people who do it know it. They know that they are living a lie.
Do you think that there is something inherent in us, in whites, that undervalues someone whose skin is not the same color as ours?
It's not inherent at all. It's taught. And it's taught by theologians. It's been taught by scientists. Racism is a scholarly affair. It is totally ingrained in the education that we receive. The history. Encyclopedias are full of outrageous claims about whiteness, about blackness. You can feel better, no matter what your pitiful little life is like, no matter how many times you lose, no matter how poor your existence if you encounter a black person, you can feel better.
You have in your writing certainly marginalized whites. Why are they of no particular interest to you, or seemingly no particular interest?
Well, I was interested in another kind of literature that was not just confrontational, black versus white. I was really interested in black readership. And I wanted to do, I think, for me, the allegory or the parallel is black music, which is as splendid and complicated and wonderful as it is, because its audience was within its primary audience. The fact that it has become universal, worldwide, anyone, everyone can play it, and it has evolved, is because it wasn't tampered with and editorialized within the community. So I wanted the literature that I wrote to be that way. I could just go straight to where the soil was, where the fertility was in this landscape. And also, I wanted to feel free not to have the white gaze in this place that was so precious to me, which is the work.
And you will maintain this safe place for yourself, for your art? You don't think you will ever change and write books that incorporate white lives into them substantially?
I have done.
In a substantial way?
You can't understand how powerfully racist that question is, can you? Because you could never ask a white author, when are you going to write about black people? Whether he did or not, or she did or not. Even the inquiry comes from a position of being in the center.
And being used to being in the center.
And being used to being in the center. And saying, you know, is it ever possible that you will enter the mainstream? It's inconceivable that where I already am is the mainstream.
Oh no, that wasn't the implication of my question. I think you are very, very much in the mainstream. It's a question of the subject of your narrative, whether you want to alter the parameters of it, whether you see any benefit in doing that, or will you clearly see disadvantages in doing it from your own point of view?
Artistic disadvantages. There are no pluses for me. Being an African-American writer is sort of like being a Russian writer who writes about Russia, in Russian, for Russians. And the fact that it gets translated and read by other people is a benefit. It's a plus. But he's not obliged to ever consider writing about French people or Americans or anybody.